mentioned thanks for tinkering.
Hey, welcome back to the Vols for Life podcast, guys. Thanks for joining us today. Uh, if you see anything unusual going on today, we're tinkering with some of our settings. So, uh, notice anything, put it in comments. Uh, Try to figure this out as we go.
Yeah, we haven't done a lot of live streaming and that kind of stuff, and sometimes with these settings, it's about doing it and seeing what happens because there's really not a lot of uh, showing you how, not some of that stuff. So
Well, Bob, if we had a 7-year-old in here, he could probably show us exactly what to
that's
do.
what we need.
Yes.
Yeah, that is what we need. We do appreciate you guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and hit that, hit that notification.
Subscribe again, Bob.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You about to
Subscribe or what?
I don't know what you about to say. You seem like you struggle there.
I probably did. All right, Tim. Let's get it. We're going to talk about a lot today.
We sure are.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, we've
So
got
go
a
ahead.
lot of winning going on over the hill this weekend. That was always a good thing to start with. We've got, 3 baseball wins, a couple of softball wins, basketball win, a couple more big games going today.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, if you didn't want to leave the couch this weekend, you didn't have to. You could have spent the entire Saturday watching.
Not that you would, Bob, on Valentine's Day.
Right. Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm about. There's Tennessee sports on. I'm probably watching it. But overall, I mean, an undefeated weekend. So
yeah, very, very nice weekend.
Yeah.
I guess really, Bob, let's start out. We'll touch on some softball and some basketball, but this is the return of Tennessee baseball.
Yeah.
Welcoming a new coach, Coach Elander, making his debut in a really nice spruced up Lindsey Nelson Stadium.
Yeah.
And he wasn't the only person making quite a auspicious debut.
Yeah, Blaine Brown, man. When they got Blaine Brown, I remember Henry Ford was probably the highlight guy. We thought Blaine Brown was going to be a good player who was going to be batting in the the middle of the lineup there, and that would be a good player for us. And then you heard through fall practice that this guy's better than what we thought, and he showed, man. And what if any indicator?
It's only 3 games.
It's only 3 games, but 8 of 14, a walk, a double, 3 home runs. Not a bad weekend.
And just looked like the real deal when he's swinging that bat.
He did, man. This guy could be special. Henry Ford probably did what we kind of expected out of him, going 5 of 12 with a home run. That's kind of the kind of hitter we thought we was getting with him. But Brown was fantastic.
Well, he was. It'd be interesting later in the season if we maybe see him on the mound a little bit. He pitches in the upper 90s. But his arm isn't what brought him to Tennessee. It was definitely his bat.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
And he definitely, like I said, Bob, he looked like a star. So we'll see if we got another Player of the Year candidate as the season goes along.
Yeah.
But overall, Bob, what was your early indications of the first 3 contests against Nicholls State?
Well, not a huge competition, but the main thing I think going in is you wanted to, shut them down, and hopefully score enough runs to, have the early end game thing where they
check.
Slaughter rule. They got 2 out of 3 on that one, so that was good. Lawless had a good weekend for the most part. Manny Marion did too, even though he's kind of day to day with a small hand injury that happened during one of the games where he got hit with a ball. That doesn't seem to be serious. Some other players seem to have pretty good weekends. Tyler Might, the Walter State transfer, who I'm really rooting for.
Yeah, local boy.
2 of 4 with a walk and a home run. Not bad weekend for him. I think that puts him in that discussion.
For playing time.
Yeah, especially until Grimmer gets back and Garrett Wright.
Yeah, because this team isn't even really healthy yet. A couple of our better players are still
Grimmer's
out there.
probably going to be in the lineup whenever he gets back, which should be soon, very soon. Probably besides Blaine Brown, Tim, I think the one thing that probably popped for me this weekend was no errors. That is something that's been a
thorn in the side of the Tennessee baseball team.
Yeah, if you want to say we are not good at something, fielding is probably has been one of our weaknesses under Tony.
Oh yeah, every year you can count on.
Yeah. Now we did keep one thing going that seemed Tony's team struggled with was base running. We had some pickoffs that kind of killed some momentum and some innings.
Oh yeah, we left a lot on base,
but
due to pickoffs.
But other than that, pretty good weekend.
It was happy with the arms up on the mound. Coons and
Mac, Blanco, all had good weekends.
Did. I mean, look, I know it's 3 games, and I know it's not against a number 5 team in the country, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But if I'm Elander, I may not be telling my team necessarily this, but I'm pretty happy with opening weekend.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. They look good. Your relief pitchers look good. Appenzeller faced only 6 batters, but had 4 strikeouts. Looked fantastic. Arvidsson didn't pitch, which wasn't a surprise because he's a little bit banged up. I expect him to be back next weekend. And that's probably your top 5 pitchers. And they look fantastic. Rudy and Krenzel come in relief, did great. So, I mean, I think overall you have to be happy with the weekend.
Yeah, no, we didn't get a chance to go down and see the new stadium, but or we didn't take the opportunity to. But a lot of people did. A lot of people come out to see what they had going down there, and it's still one of the smaller stadiums in the country.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you say you can tell they spent $100 million plus on the stadium, but you can definitely tell it's an upgrade.
Yeah.
Added a lot of seats, added a lot of frills with the lights and and fireworks. Of course, Brown brought his own fireworks this weekend, but overall, a nice product on the field for the fans and a nice place to put it in.
Mm-hmm.
A better fan experience. So, welcome, Josh
Elander.
Yeah, welcome Josh Elander to the win column.
Mm-hmm.
And let's keep it going. Speaking of win column, Bob,
the lady softball team, number 3 ranked team, Tim, and honestly, they're
making a case for going up.
They really are, man. I don't think anybody has looked as impressive as they have so far. I mean, they're 9-0. They've played 5 top 25 teams. Only allowed 3 runs in those games. They beat 2 top 10 teams. We'll play another one later today.
Yeah, they got Florida State.
And honestly, at this point, I expect to win. But they look fantastic. Probably to me, the news of the weekend. You knew you had Pickens, maybe the best pitcher in America. But I think I guess if you say there was a surprise for the weekend, it's probably Aaron Newer. She pitched 20 innings, only gave up 2 hits. She looked fantastic and actually probably looked better than Pickens did this weekend.
Well, that's a strong weekend.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. Looks like we've got a heck of a 1-2 punch for Karen Wickley's team. And after today, if we can get this win to take us to 10-0, the next month or so gets a lot easier.
Yeah.
She can, move around the lineup, try a lot of different things, but hot start.
Yeah, hot start. Yeah, they're looking fantastic.
Maybe she can finally pull a
natty
home.
Yeah, I think it's a real chance for this one.
She's had a lot of teams I thought that could have or should have.
Well, Texas Tech went out and tried to buy the best team in the country.
It's kind of a recurring theme in whatever sport you're talking about right now.
I know, but I tell you what, nobody looks as good as Lady Vols at this moment. Tim, let's talk about the basketball team.
Well, we picked up another W. 7 out of the last 9 games.
Yeah.
But also a recurring thing, Bob, this team can't hang on to a lead.
Yeah, it's a little bit disturbing, a little bit. I'm not going to freak out too much right at the moment, but it seems like we do have a hard time keeping and stretching the lead out and keeping it there. I'm like I said, I'm not going to freak out too much, but there's little things we could improve on. But one thing I do on a positive side, Ament seems to get a little bit better all the time. I love the fact that when the last couple of games have come down to where we needed some goals, he said, "Give me the ball." His confidence level has went a complete flip. When we start talking about how far this team can go, I think there's certain things you need to get you there. I think you need pretty good defense.
Well, you got a Rick Barnes team, so you got a pretty good defense.
Right.
I don't think it's one of his better teams, but we're in top 15 in the country.
I think that to go far, you really need a guy who can get a bucket when you need a bucket. It's like, hey, we're down 2, it's late in the game or whatever. You need a bucket. And with Ament, he's a guy who it's going to be awful hard to keep him from getting his shot off. Will he make it? Who knows? But he can get that shot. He's a guy who.
Well, not much you can do, Bob. If he wants his little 12 to 15 foot shot, he can get it anytime he wants.
Yeah.
When you're 6'10", you can elevate, can handle the ball pretty decently.
Mm-hmm.
He can go get a shot, and with as good as offensive rebounding team this is, if he does miss, there's a darn good shot we're going to get another one or get it put back in.
That's true. But overall, happy. You get a win in the conference, even if it ain't a great, team you're playing.
Yeah, this isn't one of our premier wins of the season, but I'm taking everything I can get.
Every time you can get a W in this conference, we'll take it.
Yeah, if I look at this team, I still don't think that the sum equals the total parts. I mean, I look at individual things in this team. I really like it a lot. I like the ceiling a lot.
Yeah.
And I think Rick's probably the same way. He experimented some this weekend, played Ethan Berg 18 big minutes this weekend and produced.
Yeah, I think his mom come in for she don't get to see him play very often. So I don't know if that was throwing a bone for him on that one but I reckon the coaches have said he's improved and starting to do things the right way.
Yeah. Well, he said his own self that he told Coach Barnes asked him what he's been doing wrong, and he'd said, "Well, I was trying to do things my way." Right. And apparently he's now doing things Rick's way. And Rick, he's searching for answers, and he gave Berger another shot, and for this one game, he produced.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, going down the stretch, but it's obvious we've been missing something.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if this is the right switch,
right,
to flip here. I would say that I also look at this team, Bob. If you give me a Rick Barnes coach defense,
right,
and a team that can rebound like this team did, I think we more than doubled Mississippi State's rebounds yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
They had like 20 more or plus rebounds over what State had. A rebound team like that, a defensive team like that, you got an outside scorer in Gillespie who can shoot the three, and then you've got a star player. I'm just saying that ceiling to me sounds like a damn high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, when you say it like that, and I really think this team's got everything we want to go as far as we need to go. I mean, it's got the the pieces. You know?
Yeah, it's just that they're not fitting right.
At times,
I know they've won 7 the last 9, and here we are saying that they're not really meshing good.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree. I think the parts is better than the sum on that one. So we'll see if it adds up.
Well, we still got a little time to go.
We do.
To get rid of these dumb turnovers.
Yeah. That's, I think, something that's still killing the team a little bit. We seem to, most times with a Rick Barnes team, you're really doing well on the plus minus on turnovers. And we've been very average at best in that category.
And we got to shorten the lulls. I mean, everybody's going to have scoring droughts.
That's always been a problem.
Part of basketball.
That's a Rick Barnes problem.
Well, definitely has been rough. And during this stretch where they've given up so many big leads, we've definitely had our share of times we've just went scoreless.
Yeah.
Which is kind of odd when you do have a player right now playing as well as Ament.
Yeah,
Think that you can say, hey, go get you a bucket. We need a bucket.
Yeah,
give us one bucket.
I know, yeah.
But like I said, the ceiling's high for this team still yet. The floor is still lower than what it should be, though.
Yeah, I agree.
But we got some more games coming up that I think are very winnable.
Right.
Over the next few weeks.
We'll just tweak it and get it ready for the SEC tournament and the NCAA tournament. You know. Before we go on to the next thing, one thing I want to backtrack for the Lady Vols softball I didn't mention. When I was looking at their roster, I thought was interesting. Other than the only player that they really lose after this season is Pickens. So that's a major contributor. So that this softball team, look for them to be really good
again next
year. I always, as a ball fan, I'm always looking for next year.
Yeah, you know? Unfortunately, that's maybe not be a good thing, Bob.
I know that really ain't. But
sometimes I like to look for this year.
I know I am bad for looking to next season though, because it's unfortunately I'm always like, well, this season's shot.
Yeah.
So what are we going to be next year? But not in this case. Maybe it's a back-to-back national champions.
There you go, Bob. Put them orange glasses on.
9 games in the season, I'm already predicting national champions. But go ahead. Let's go to Lady Vols basketball team. We do need to mention that. They need to do something.
Well, they got a good opportunity today to make a statement against number 4 Texas.
You know, they've looked fantastic against lesser teams.
Yeah,
and has
blown Missouri out this week.
Yeah.
By what was it, 45? I think
something
it was
like some crazy number. Yeah, you know, but they really need to show well.
Well, now, they do, because they've played 2 elite teams in the last couple of weeks, and it made a statement, all right.
Yeah. So if you,
it really put a lot of pressure on.
If you're going to get some confidence in the team, you need to see at least a close game with Texas today. Number 4 team in the country.
Yeah. Should I say they don't need to quit?
No. I mean, this game needs to be competitive. If we're thinking we're going to make any kind of noise in the tournament.
Well, to be honest about it, they need to be competitive to get a little. I never thought I'd say there'd be heat on the coach in midway through the second year, but after a couple of those losses, there were some doubts creeping in, Bob.
Yeah, I know, and the press conference has not been exactly the greatest either. She's not really winning those either. So, yeah, I totally agree with that. Tony Mosier here had a little comment we need to reply back to, that we don't have a consistent third scorer on the men's basketball team. And that consistent to me is the key word on that, because Estrella can show it at times. I've seen it there. I've seen Boswell's looked good at times.
Evans has showed up a time or two.
I mean, you'll have a guy, I mean, that Carey's done a little bit here and there.
Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't have a problem with not having a quote consistent third guy, or just that third guy, the same guy, as long as you're getting that third guy in every game. But we've not always had that either.
I think I think Estrella, if he can, get the small things down. I mean, I think he gets called for a illegal screen almost every game, and as soon as he does, Barnes pulls him to the bench. He's almost guaranteed one foul a game because of that. He does a little stupid stuff like that.
And his defense isn't what up to Rick's liking.
Yeah, Tony also said Lady Vols are hard to watch at times. Low basketball IQ team.
It is.
Yeah, I mean it is hard to watch. I mean, I watched a little bit of them the other night, and when their things are flowing, they look fantastic. But man, when it's not, they really struggle to put any type of anything together.
Looks like a middle school team at times.
They do. I mean, they don't. Really, at times they don't look like a well coached team. Like they don't know what they're doing. I mean, that's unusual for a Lady Vols basketball team to not be prepared and fundamentally sound.
I don't think you're going to see any basketball teams as fundamentally sound as what they have been in years past, because now with the transfer portal in, you're constantly having moving parts. You don't have, even in a team that has a program that, or a sport that doesn't have the NIL opportunities other sports do.
Right.
You're seeing movement, unlike anything that Pat or any of these other coaches used to have. So you're not going to see girls, 10 girls that's been there 4 years.
Right. I guess we'll just see on that, but they do need to show some more competitiveness, as far as this team goes, as far as the here and now. And it starts with Texas this week.
Starts with Texas today.
Yeah.
You're 100% right, Bob.
Any other thoughts on anything?
Yes, Tim? Bob. We really haven't touched on football this episode. We may do a midweek possible episode.
Right.
But there are two things we need to discuss. Joey had a court hearing Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't got anything back on that yet. So we'll see if Coach Haggerty, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't hear something this week on whether or not he grants him this preliminary injunction or not.
There was a lot of positive signs going in, but when I was listening to the judge, kept asking about his value, and he was really drilling that home, and the UT people didn't seem to give him a solid number on that kind of thing. That concerned me a little bit. Maybe he was just trying not to show any bias.
I think that's it right there. He was trying to appear tougher on Tennessee, because I realize, look, he's wanting to know what a value is in NIL.
Yeah.
And it don't matter if it's Joey Aguilar or whoever. There's no set thing across the board for this. I don't care what school you're going to.
I mean, we could tell him what we're going to give him this year. But
and that was very dialed in.
Right.
It's like $2 million. That's it. There, you want a number? There's a number.
Yeah.
Boom. If he wants to know what he could make at the JUCO number, I can give him that number. Zero.
Right.
Yeah. But if you want to know what he can make at a different school, you're asking for something that's not out there.
Right.
So I personally think we'll get the preliminary injunction. We'll just see what happens between the granting of that,
NCAA,
and the season or the next step.
Right.
And of course we'll also have something to discuss probably by next time we come back on. We lost their cornerback coach. Coach Hunter went to the NFL. Don't blame him at all.
No, anytime you go into the NFL, that meant you had a good hire. There's a name thrown out there from was it Jones, Tim? Dirk Jones.
Dirk Jones.
That's not. We don't know that's the new coach, but if it is, it looks like a good hire.
Well, now he does have a good resume. He's been coaching around 26 years. He's been, in addition to a cornerback coach, depending on which stop he's been at, he's been a co-defensive coordinator. He's been a recruiting coordinator. He's been an assistant head coach. Now, my guess is some of these have been titles. You know how they do it. They give a little
created for guys.
to get so they can justify giving them more money because they want to keep them.
Right.
But that's a plus.
That's
I mean,
a plus,
they want
right.
to keep them.
Guys with titles is the guys you want to bring in.
Yes. So he's got a good reputation, and this may or may not be the guy they go with, but I do expect something in the next 24, 48 hours, regardless.
So either way, our next video, we should have something on him on the new DB coach.
Possibly something on Aguilar.
Something on Aguilar.
And possibly something on a running back coach, because Darrell Sims is being courted by Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah. And we also might discuss, kind of like where we at. After post portal, what's the team look like a little bit?
Well, it is. We pretty much know what the roster outside of Joey is going to be. We're hearing some things from the strength and conditioning program, and getting a little bit better look around the country too. I'm picking up some things that, it's not just about how you are, it's about also how your opponents are. So we'll probably have more of a football related episode midweek.
Right. Guys, remember to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. And like Tony said, I'm excited about baseball and softball teams, both of them. Guys, we'll see you soon. Hopefully you'll catch us on the next one.
Yeah. Guys, go Big Orange.
Go Vols.